What if I told you that the advice your broker gave you on day one is actually setting you up to fail? The agents who ignore this traditional advice are the ones closing 2+ deals per month while everyone else is struggling to get their first deal. I've coached thousands of agents, and I can tell you with certainty, if you follow what I'm about to share, you'll be in the top 15% of agents in your market within your first year. Look, I've been in real estate for over 18 years, and I've done nearly 1,000 transactions as a single agent. I've been one of the top agents in my MLS for the better part of a decade, and now I coach agents all across the country. And here's what I see happening over and over again. When I first got my license, my broker sat me down and said,
Kyle, here's what you need to do. Go get on Zillow, buy some leads, maybe do some Facebook ads, and start chasing every opportunity that comes your way.
Sound familiar? Here's the problem with that advice. It's setting you up to be reactive instead of proactive. You're waiting for leads to come to you instead of creating your own opportunities. And worse, you're building your business on someone else's platform. But here's what's really crazy. The agents making $200,000, $300,000, even $500,000 a year, they're doing the exact opposite of what most brokers teach. See, here's what most people don't understand about our industry. The top 15% of agents do about 85% of all of the business. The bottom 85% are fighting over scraps, and they're doing it inefficiently. Most agents fail not because there isn't enough business, but because they're building their business the wrong way from day one. Let me break down the 3 pieces of advice that are actually sabotaging your success. Bad advice number 1, buy leads from Zillow or Realtor.com. Look, I get it. Your broker wants you to get deals fast, but here's the reality. Zillow leads convert at maybe 1 to 2%. You're paying $50 to $100 per lead, and you're competing with 5+ other agents for the same prospect. Even if you do convert them, your profit margins are razor thin because you've spent so much on lead acquisition. Plus, and this is a big one, you don't own that relationship. Zillow owns it. They can change their algorithm tomorrow and cut off your lead flow. Bad advice number 2, focus on getting your first deal ASAP. This creates what I call desperation energy. When you're desperate for that first deal, you make poor decisions. And you'll work with anyone, take any listing at any price, and you'll discount your commission just to get something closed. But here's what happens. You close that first deal, make maybe $2,000 after expenses, and then you're right back where you started with no pipeline. The third piece of bad advice, work with anyone who will work with you. This is the worst advice of all. When you try to be everything to everyone, you become nothing to no one. You can't build expertise, you can't create consistent marketing, and you can't build a recognizable brand. Now, before you think I'm just here to tear down everything you've been taught, let me show you what actually works, because I've got agents using this system who went from 0 to 6 figures in their first 18 months. Okay, so here's the real solution. Strategy number 1, build your business around conversations, not leads. It's not about leads, it's about conversations. I can teach you how to have 30 quality conversations per day with your ideal prospects without spending a dime on leads. Here's what I mean. Instead of waiting for someone to raise their hand on Zillow, you're proactively reaching out to people who own property in your target area. You're calling expired listings, for sale by owners, and people in your sphere of influence. When I was actively selling, I was having 30 conversations a day, and I was converting about 10% of those into qualified leads. That's 3 leads per day, 15 leads per week, 60+ leads per month, and I wasn't paying a penny for them. The key is having the right conversation framework. You're not calling to pitch them on listing their house. You're calling to understand what they want to do and see if you can help them do it. Strategy number 2, pick your niche from day one. Don't try to be everything to everyone. Pick a geographic area, a price point, or a property type and become the expert. For me, it was a specific area in the San Antonio market called Stone Oak. I knew every neighborhood, what all of the HOA prices were and what they included, and every single price per square foot of all of the different areas. So when someone wanted to buy or sell in that area, I was the obvious choice. Here's what happens when you niche down. Your marketing becomes laser focused. Instead of generic "I sell houses" messaging, you become the condo expert, the relocation specialist, or the luxury home specialist. And here's the beautiful part. When you dominate a niche, you start getting referrals within that niche. Other agents start sending you their clients who fit your specialty. Strategy number 3, focus on systems, not just sales. Your first 90 days should be about building systems that will serve you for the next 10 years. First, you need a daily prospecting schedule. I recommend 4 hours a day of pure prospecting activity. That's 30 conversations per day minimum. Second, you need a database management system. Every person you talk to goes in your database and gets a weekly email from you forever. This is how you stay top of mind and build relationships over time. Third, you need to practice your scripts. Most agents wing it on phone calls and wonder why they're not getting results. I spent nearly an hour every morning role-playing and practicing my scripts until they became second nature. And here's the part that's going to blow your mind. When you do this right, you'll actually work fewer hours than the agents chasing every lead that comes their way. Want proof? Here's my personal track record. I was out selling entire teams as a single agent, working around 30 hours per week with a super high profit margin, while team leaders were sitting on 20 to 30% profit margins. How? Because I wasn't buying leads. I wasn't chasing every shiny object, and I had a system. I worked my system, and my system worked for me. So here's exactly what you should do in your first 90 days instead of what your broker told you. Weeks 1 and 2, foundation. Choose your niche. Pick a geographic area or demographic that you want to dominate. Set up your daily schedule. 4 hours of prospecting, same time every day. Get your scripts and start practicing them every morning. Weeks 3 and 4, systems. Build your database system. I recommend a simple CRM where you can track every conversation. Create your weekly email template, the one that goes out to everyone in your database, same day, every week. And finally, set up your tracking systems so you know your numbers. Next, in months 2 and 3, is execution. 30 conversations per day minimum. This is non-negotiable. Weekly database emails to everyone you ever talk to. Consistent branding in your niche, same message, same areas, building recognition. And if you do this consistently for 90 days, I guarantee you'll have more quality prospects than agents who've been buying leads for years. Look, I get it. This isn't the sexy advice. Your broker isn't going to love hearing that you're not buying their preferred lead sources. But here's what I know after 18 years and nearly 1,000 transactions. Relationships beat transactions every single time. The agents who build their business on conversations and relationships are the ones still thriving when markets shift, when Zillow changes their algorithm, and when Facebook ads get more expensive. So the question is, are you going to follow advice that keeps 85% of agents struggling, or are you ready to join the 15% who actually control their income? And hey, if you made it this far in the video, you're clearly serious about taking your real estate business to the next level. Type #EndCrew into the comments so I know that you watched until the end. I love seeing who my most dedicated viewers are. Now, go and sell some homes, and I'll see you in the next video.